Melissa Jefferson Wooden. She is the reigning world champion in the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the relay. 3 days before Stockholm, she lost. Then she did something nobody does in their first 100 meters of the year. Melissa Jefferson Wooden is 25 years old. She was born in Georgetown, South Carolina, a coastal town of roughly 8,000 people. She ran at Carvers Bay High School, then moved on to Coastal Carolina University, where in March of 2022, she became the first individual national champion in her school's history by winning the NCAA indoor 60-meter title in 7.09 seconds. That same year, she won the USA Outdoor 100-meter title and represented Team USA at the World Championships in Eugene, picking up a relay gold medal. She turned professional and began training under Dennis Mitchell, one of the most respected sprint coaches in American track. From NCAA indoor champion to Paris bronze medalist to the most dominant woman in world sprinting took exactly 3 professional seasons. At the Paris Olympics in 2024, she won bronze in the individual 100 meters and gold as part of the United States 4x100 relay team. For most athletes, that would be the story of a career. Jefferson Wooden filed it away and started the next chapter. The World Athletics Championships in Tokyo ran from September 13th to 21st, 2025. Jefferson Wooden arrived having gone undefeated in the 100 meters all season, with the 3 fastest legal times in the world at that distance that year. She had gone into the season with a specific plan. At the start of 2025, she told her coaches she wanted to take the 200 meters more seriously. They looked at each other and then back at her. She meant it. She was the favorite heading into Tokyo. She ran like one. In the final, she crossed the line in 10.61 seconds. That time set a new championship record. It tied the fastest time ever run at any global championship, matching Elaine Thompson-Herah's Olympic record from the same stadium in 2021, and it placed Jefferson Wooden 4th on the all-time list in women's 100-meter history, behind only Florence Griffith Joyner, Thompson-Herah, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She won by 15 hundredths of a second, the second biggest winning margin in World Championships history. 5 days later, she lined up in the 200-meter final. She won again in 21.68 seconds, the fastest 200-meter time in the world in 2 years. That made her the first American woman ever to win both the 100 and 200 at a single World Championships, and only the 4th woman in history to do it. 3 days after that, she ran the relay anchor. Gold again? Triple champion in 1 week, in one city. The only woman other than Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce to win the sprint triple at a single World Championships. That performance took her from bronze medalist to the fastest woman alive. Here is where 2026 starts to get complicated. Julien Alfred of St. Lucia is the reigning Olympic 100-meter champion. She won gold in Paris in 2024, becoming her island nation's first Olympic medalist of any kind. She finished 3rd at the Tokyo World Championships behind Jefferson Wooden, though she had pulled her hamstring before the final. Alfred is not a soft rival. She is a 2-time defending Diamond League champion in the 100 meters, having won the circuit title in both 2024 and 2025. In April of 2026, she ran 21.86 seconds in the 200 meters in Texas, the fastest time in the world at that distance heading into the season. Rome would be the first time in history the two would meet over 200 meters. On June 4th, at the Golden Gala Pietro Manea Diamond League in Rome, the two met for the first time ever at 200 meters. Jefferson Wooden came out of the blocks faster. Alfred took control in the second half of the race, widened the gap over the final 50 meters, and won in 21.93 seconds. Jefferson Wooden finished 2nd in 22.17. Alfred said afterward, "I am a lot stronger now than I used to be, and that's why I could push a bit extra in the second part of the race. I expected the pressure from Melissa." It was Jefferson Wooden's first outdoor loss in over a year. In the days after Rome, she said the defeat gave her useful information about where her body actually was, and that she saw it as a signal she was ready for fast running into the rest of the season. 3 days later, she was on a plane to Sweden. The Bauhaus Galan Diamond League at Stockholm Olympic Stadium took place on June 7th, 2026. Jefferson Wooden entered the women's 100 meters, and this was significant. It would be her first 100-meter race in 9 months. Her last competitive 100 was at the end of the 2025 season. She was stepping into the distance cold on an international stage against a serious field. That field was built to challenge her. Dina Asher-Smith of Great Britain, a former world champion with a personal best of 10.83. Zainab Dasso of Italy, the reigning world indoor 60-meter champion. Amy Hunt of Great Britain, who had taken silver behind Jefferson Wooden in the Tokyo 200-meter final. She controlled the race from start to finish, She crossed the line in 10.84 seconds. Hunt ran the race of her life to finish second in 10.97, breaking 11 seconds for the first time in her career. Jefferson Wooden finished 13 hundredths ahead of the second-place finisher. In a 100-meter race, 13 hundredths is not a margin. It is a statement. The field behind her included a former world champion, a world indoor champion, and a Tokyo World Championships silver medalist. She handled all of them in her first race at the distance in 9 months. She called it the fastest 100-meter season opener she has ever run. She said the race was exciting, and that she is not fixated on times, and that this season is about competing and enjoying the year on her own terms. This is not a comfortable story for everyone watching. Alfred ran 21.86 in April and beat Jefferson Wooden in Rome. The gap between them in the 200 meters this season is 0.3 of a second from a single race. That gap is real and Alfred is not slowing down. But Jefferson Wooden is the world's #1 ranked sprinter. She went undefeated in 20 of her 22 races across the entire 2025 season. More than half of the fastest 100-meter times in the world that year belonged to her. She's been named a World Athletics Ultimate Star for the inaugural World Athletics Ultimate Championship in Budapest this September, confirmed as a team captain alongside Botswana's Letsile Tebogo. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe called her one of the sport's biggest stars at the official announcement. The Ultimate Championship takes place September 11th through 13th, and Jefferson Wooden goes in as the reigning world champion in both sprint events. Before Budapest, the Prefontaine Classic on July 4th at Hayward Field pits Jefferson Wooden directly against Sha'Carri Richardson. These two former champions have met 14 times since 2023. Florence Griffith Joyner's world record of 10.49 seconds has stood since 1988. Jefferson Wooden's personal best is 10.61. She believes 10.5 is within her range, and breaking the record is a real goal. She is 12 hundredths of a second away from a mark that has survived for 38 years. On June 7th in Stockholm, Jefferson Wooden ran her first 100 meters in 9 months, crossing in 10.84, 13 hundredths clear of the field, just 3 days after losing in Rome. At 25 years old, the world champion turned a serious international field into something that was never a contest. Alfred is coming, Richardson is coming, and Budapest is coming. Flojo's record is waiting. With Prefontaine on July 4th and Budapest in September, every piece is in place. Jefferson Wooden is 12 hundredths away from history. The best race of her 2026 season has not happened yet. That is the version of Melissa Jefferson Wooden the sprint world has to prepare for. The scariest part is that she is just getting started.